I'm glad to see you again in VNA News Bulletin broadcast from Hanoi. I'm Ngọc Ly. Another headlines as usual.
Czech President Miloš Zeman pays state visit to Vietnam. Businesses to benefit from law supporting small and medium-sized enterprises. Hanoi Opera House is expected to become a tourism attraction.
President of the Czech Republic Miloš Zeman is on a 3-day state visit to Vietnam. The visit is made at the invitation of President Trần Đại Quang.
Vietnam and the Czech Republic set up diplomatic ties in 1950. The Czech Republic ranks 42nd out of over 100 countries and territories investing in Vietnam. More than 60,000 Vietnamese are living in the Czech Republic, which recognizes the Vietnamese community as an ethnic minority group in the country. President Trần Đại Quang and his Czech counterpart Miloš Zeman agreed to forge cooperation between the two countries. They held that bilateral economic and trade ties have remained stable, with annual two-way trade averaging $250 million in recent years. President Zeman affirmed that the Czech Republic supports the enhancement of the Vietnam-EU relations, as well as the signing and approval of the Vietnam-EU Free Trade Agreement, and the EU's soon recognition of Vietnam's full market economy status. Regarding the East Sea issue, the two leaders stressed the need to settle all disputes through peaceful measures. After the talks, the presidents witnessed the signing of cooperation documents between the two countries, including an agreement on the transfer of sentenced persons and another on combating crimes. Meeting with the press following their talks, the presidents said they were unanimous on the need for the two countries to improve the efficiency of affiliation in trade and investment. They welcomed and pledged to facilitate the Czech investment in Vietnam in such areas as energy, environment, support industry, infrastructure, manufacturing, medical equipment, and food processing.
The same day, President of the Czech Republic Miloš Zeman was welcomed by Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng and Chairwoman of the National Assembly Nguyễn Thị Kim Ngân and Deputy Prime Minister Vương Đình Huệ. The Vietnamese leaders spoke highly of the visit, considering this to be a significant political event in strengthening and promoting the traditional friendship and multifaceted cooperation between Vietnam and the Czech Republic. The leaders thanked the Czech people for their support during Vietnam's past struggle for national reunification and the present cause of the national construction. They reaffirmed that Vietnam consistently attaches importance to fostering friendship and cooperation in all areas with traditional friends in Central Europe, especially the Czech Republic. The President of the Czech Republic reconfirmed the strong interest of the Czech Republic in furthering friendly and mutually beneficial relations with Vietnam. He said the Czech Republic will boost the implementation of the agreements signed between the two countries in trade, culture, education, science and sports, among others.
On June 7th, Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc arrived in Osaka Prefecture, the third largest economic hub of Japan, during his official visit to the country.
Upon his arrival, Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc had a meeting with Governor of Shiga Prefecture, Taiyo Mikazuki. He asked the governor to encourage local enterprises to invest in Vietnam. Vietnam welcomes Shiga's cooperation in experience exchanges, human resources training, and technology transfer in the fields of high-tech farming and water resources treatment, he added. For his part, Governor Taiyo Mikazuki said Shiga's businesses are interested in the Vietnamese market. He stated that his prefecture is willing to assist Vietnam based on its strengths in support industry, high-tech agriculture, and environmental protection. The same day, Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc met with leaders from Osaka Prefecture and agencies of Kansai region. He said the Vietnamese government always attaches importance to strengthening cooperation between localities of the two countries, considering this to be one of the important factors deepening the Vietnam-Japan relations. He proposed that Osaka Governor Ichiro Matsui and leaders from the Kansai region to encourage their businesses to invest in Vietnam, particularly in high technology and support industry. Osaka Governor Ichiro Matsui affirmed to further support the Vietnamese General Consulate in Osaka and create favorable conditions for the Vietnamese community in Osaka. While in Osaka, Prime Minister Phu attended a ceremony to announce direct flights to and from Osaka by national flag carrier Vietnam Airlines and low-cost Jetstar Pacific. At the event, the Prime Minister asked the two carriers to effectively run new flight services, ensuring their safety and efficiency to contribute to trade, tourism, and people-to-people exchanges between the two countries. Also on June 7th, Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc attended the inaugural ceremony of the Vietnamese Gates Week in September Prefecture. With 50 pavilions, nearly 70 businesses from Hanoi and other Vietnamese cities and provinces introduced their products to Japanese consumers, mostly clothes, footwear, handicrafts, home decorations, souvenirs, and processed agricultural products.
The Vietnam News Agency and the southern province of Bình Dương have signed a cooperation deal in popularizing the party and state's policies and law and promoting the image, potential, and socio-economic achievements of the locality to people and investors in and outside the country.
Under the agreement inked on June 7th in Bình Dương, the two sides agreed that between now and 2022, the two sides will exchange information and strengthen the instruction of Vietnam News Agency's publications, aiming to popularize Bình Dương in all fields, including politics, economics, society, and culture. Vietnam News Agency General Director Nguyễn Đức Lợi said through the partnership, the agency will give a considerable space in its publications to introduce domestic and foreign audiences to Bình Dương image and strength. Bình Dương is now home to almost 26,600 domestic businesses and 1,890 foreign invested ones.
How businesses can benefit from the law on supporting small and medium-sized enterprises is a concern for the business community, especially in the context of international integration. It's also a key theme of a tele-seminar organized in Hanoi recently.
The Vietnamese government aims to have 1 million enterprises operating effectively by 2020. This target aims to create a driving force for economic growth. According to experts, in the first 4 months of 2017, 27,400 enterprises left the competitive market, up 9% compared to the same period last year. The figure has raised the question of how to tackle difficulties for enterprises, especially small and medium-sized ones.
Supporting policies should be introduced to help enterprises grow while limiting the number of enterprises which have to cease operations. The market economy is very competitive, but the government has to support and create favorable conditions for enterprises to grow.
In this context, a draft law on supporting small and medium-sized enterprises that will be passed on June 12, 2017, is expected to push business development.
Cộng đồng doanh nghiệp sẽ có một cái văn bản pháp lý quan trọng.
The enterprise community will have a proper legal document, and based on that they can make petitions. The law is expected to help enterprises to operate more effectively.
Có thể sẽ làm thay đổi một phần trong các doanh nghiệp.
The draft law targets groups, including household firms, startups, and affiliated enterprises. The policy-making board has revealed that the draft law is based on demands of small and medium-sized enterprises, such as capital, tax policies, land, human resources, as well as shortcomings to help the business community grow.
The southern province of Kiên Giang has stepped up efforts to turn tourism into its key industry by 2020.
The Provincial Tourism Department reported Kiên Giang welcomed more than 2.4 million tourists in the last 5 months, up 3.6% year-on-year. Of the number, foreign visitors increased by more than 13%. Kiên Giang hosted the National Tourism Year Phú Quốc Mekong Delta in 2016, which helps the province to improve its tourism products and attract more visitors. The department said the province is striving to build on the momentum from the National Tourism Year. It has called for more investments as well as improvements in services and human resource quality, along with building tourism products. In the first 5 months of this year, more than 850,000 tourists came to the province Phú Quốc Island, a rise of 30% year-on-year. Phú Quốc is expected to receive more than 2 million people this year, mostly during Miss Grand International 2017 in October, Christmas, and New Year 2018. Kiên Giang province has built its tourism brand as a safe and friendly destination for domestic and foreign visitors. It also hopes to complete a tourism development plan and implement essential infrastructure. In addition, the province has focused on mobilizing resources to improve key tourism zones and repair local relics, as well as build more culture and sports centers.
Fireworks teams from the UK, Australia and Italy will compete in the final night of the 2017 Da Nang International Fireworks Festival on June 26.
The teams are believed to bring amazing performance to audience. The awarding ceremony will take place immediately after the performance of the teams, with the first prize winner to receive an award worth $10,000. The runner-up and the third prize will get prizes worth $5,000 and $3,000 respectively. The Firework Festival was held annually from 2008 until 2013, then biannually from 2015. Teams from the US and Italy have won twice, while Canada, China, and France clinched the titles once.
The Hanoi Opera House is known as one of the most beautiful buildings in Southeast Asia. Starting from June 2017, the Opera House opened its doors to tourists. The move is expected to make the city's architectural landmark a tourism attraction.
An art performance is included in the newly introduced Hanoi Opera House tour package. Highlight of the package is the 30-minute special Sắc-Việt art program with unique performances featuring cultural identities of ethnic groups.
Tổng thể, tại cái khu vực trung tâm Hà Nội này chúng tôi muốn tạo.
The Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism has made great efforts to make the house an art cathedral and an art performing center for tourists. The tour package will have diversified the capital's tourism products, thus attracting more tourists.
Cái trung tâm văn hóa nghệ thuật đặc sắc như vậy.
The city hopes to create a new tourism product connecting traditional and modern culture.
Cái chương trình thứ nhất là
The house is a heritage site which has a history of more than 100 years. It's a venue of art performances in the evenings and many major events. The new tour package has been well prepared since March and officially introduced in June. The house is expected to become a special tourist destination for both domestic and foreign tourists.
Rồi là nhà hát lớn đã bỏ qua.
Dubbed a miniature of the Opera Garnier in Paris, the Hanoi Opera House was built in 1911 by the French. The house is the most opulent building in Hanoi.
And our bulletins come to an end. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time.